Hi everyone, this is Aaron, and I'm here today with Pastor Matt Powell. Pastor Matt, we received a question, and this person wants to know, do you have any devotional recommendations?
The Bible. No, seriously though, the Bible should be your devotional. I think just read scripture. But other than that, I'm assuming you're talking about specific books. There are a couple that I could recommend to you. I personally don't use devotionals. I personally just read the Bible because I just think that's better. It's just for my own life, it's better that way. It gets me more in scripture versus just through a book. Now, I'm not saying that any of these books are bad. And so to that end, there are a couple that I could recommend to you. One is by John MacArthur called Drawing Near. It's basically a devotional a day, and so that one is good. I've personally never read that one, but my girlfriend Lisa goes through that one, and she really likes that one a lot. Another one is by D.A. Carson. D.A. Carson called "For the Love of God." Now that one is huge. It's 4 volumes. So just keep in mind it's 4 volumes, and I think I really like that one because D.A. Carson, he doesn't take the verse out of context or anything. I feel like a lot of devotionals they'll just read one verse and they'll sort of just give their own little take on it. But sometimes that's not even what the verse is saying. But D.A. Carson and MacArthur, they take the verses that they give to you and they give it to you in terms of its context and what the right application is to your life, not just taking it out of nowhere and just making whatever they want to make with it. So I'd recommend For the Love of God and John MacArthur. Another one I'd recommend is by Paul Tripp. In general, I recommend a lot of things, pretty much anything by Paul Tripp. And he has one called New Morning Mercies. And what I like about Paul Tripp is that he's more known for his biblical counseling. And so he injects a lot of just his style of biblical counseling into his devotionals. So he'll ask like a lot of heart questions. It'll sort of address the heart issues, stuff like that. So I would recommend just on the top of the 3, on top of my head, those 3. I'm sure there are others that I would recommend as well, but just those 3 at the top of my head.
Thanks, Pastor Matt, and thank you everyone for listening. No devotional recommendations from me, but I do have a musical recommendation. I would recommend everyone listen to the song The Heart of Worship by Matt Redman. In Unicoi, we just started a sermon series on worship, and we'll be singing this song as we go through the series. Over at desiringgod.org, there was a blog post on the story behind the song, as well as its meaning, and you can find that link in the show notes. Remember to ask us all of your questions or check out our archive at unicoiquestions.tumblr.com. And you can also find us on Instagram at fcbc.unicoi and on YouTube at youtube.com/unicoifilms. Thanks. See you soon.